think we may have lost Facebook here, and it's just going to YouTube by the look of it. Yeah, see up there, like.
Hey, there we go.
All right, everybody, what's going on? You know what, just close that. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties here tonight.
What else is new?
Yeah. Yeah, so. How's the audio sound? Can you guys hear us okay? We're down a few guys this week for they're out on gigs, so we're trying to kind of monkey our way through this with Bo, Dorian, and I, and it's yeah, we clearly don't know how all the stuff here works.
I've never used a computer before. I don't know this stuff. Yeah.
What do you mean you got to log into the Facebooks?
I'm just supposed to show up and look pretty, man. I'm not supposed to use computers when I come to work.
Yeah. So yeah, how's everybody doing? We're back.
We're back. We made it.
Yes. It's a long ass drive there and a long ass drive back.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was.
It was.
It was very bad. So, yeah, let me know. Can you guys hear us okay? Yeah. You need to know about those guitars. Which guitars? The ones that we're playing right now?
That's the nice one.
They're both nice,
this is pretty
but
good,
this
yeah.
one is nicer. Yes. Yeah, what's up, Robbie?
Hey, Robbie. Yeah, I didn't notice when I grabbed this. It's got like a
yeah, that's
dial for
its rotary pickup selector.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a different deal than the old toggle switch.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear guitars okay? Dorian, if you can, I would take more of my guitar in my ears. Can you guys hear that okay?
I got lots of that.
Playing a little Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, Daniel's here. Daniel says guitars sound good.
Yeah, man, I was messing around with this like late this afternoon, and I found this tone where I'm using like the green channel, but like pretty
tame.
Very like drive off. I actually did like it with the white switch on, like gain almost everything actually at noon.
We're set up very similar. I got the blue drive mode on, but
and then I bring in the tilt like. It's like killer Rage Against the Machine style tones. I'm just going to turn myself up here and see if that helps me. Sure, why not? So yeah, so we're talking about Namm. So it was an interesting show this year. We didn't really know what to expect going in. This is your first time going?
Yep.
So why don't you tell me kind of like what you thought of it, with it being kind of your first go?
Okay, yeah. So obviously going into it, my first one, I didn't really know what I was going to be expecting at all.
Yeah.
I've just heard a lot of talk about how it's going to be like potentially a scaled down version of what it usually is.
Yeah.
And I can't compare it to anything, but it did not seem scaled down. It was busy.
Yeah.
It was loud. It was fun. Yeah. It was perfect, man. It was a great time.
Yeah.
It was loud.
It was very loud. Like it was, I mean, it was scaled down as far as like the amount of other vendors there.
Yeah.
But traffic wise, I mean, we had more people at our booth than we have ever had.
It seemed busy, man.
It was very busy. And it was just as loud as any other NAMM show I've been to. So yeah, I mean, if you were, there as kind of like a tourist or spectator or whatever, it probably, I see BMO says spacious NAMM. Yeah. Like you could have seen the whole show definitely in a day without much problem, where in the past you have a hard time seeing the whole show in 3 or 4 days. I didn't even bother like going to check and see like Taylor Guitars was there and some other companies where that they were probably upstairs, but I didn't really get a chance to leave the booth for more than like, bathroom breaks and like,
it's a lot of work
a quick,
to be done.
Yeah.
I think
15-minute break here or there. So, and thank you, Robbie. Smash that like button for us. And do us a favor, if you guys like this and you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, because we do this silly little thing almost every week. So, yeah.
Who you calling silly, dude? This is very professional.
What's up, Sean?
Sean, what's up, dude? Daniel, I wasn't ignoring you. I miss you too, buddy. Good to see you here.
Yeah. So yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, going into it, I wasn't really sure what to expect, and it was definitely scaled back. There was definitely a lot less brands there than normal. The stuff that a lot of brands brought, besides like Ibanez, was their booths were scaled back. Like Ernie Ball's booth was quite a bit smaller. Some cool stuff like that new Tosanabasi Ernie Ball was pretty cool. So there was interesting stuff, but it felt like to me Summer NAMM on steroids.
Smaller than Winter NAMM, but bigger than Summer NAMM.
Yeah, way bigger than Summer NAMM. Like, and way more people. Like, just like an insane amount more people.
Yeah.
And cool stuff that I saw. Definitely the that new Ernie Ball guitar. The Kaizen, I don't know how you say it, but the new Tosin Ernie Ball. Something that most people aren't aware of, Westminster Effects.
Yep.
The Joel Osteen.
Oh, that was my favorite pedal of the show, probably.
Yeah, the Osteen driver. I don't know what it's called. And he also, I met Cody from Westminster Effects because of Seth Morrison from Skillet is a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
He's got a new signature pedal that I think it's called the 2716. It's like a distortion pedal. That was the other pedal that I brought. Yeah. Killer sounding stuff.
Both sounded awesome.
Yeah.
The Joel Osteen thing was so cool.
Definitely something you guys want to check out because they're cool pedals. There's some other cool stuff. I didn't catch the name of it, but there's some new company that's I think it's Dark Glass, like owns them, and but they're like
I was gonna say Dark Glass isn't new,
No, but like guitar stuff.
Where was that?
Right behind like the Stomp Box exhibit, like kind of behind Two Notes and.
Not the guys like directly across the.
No.
No. Okay.
Nope. Driftwood was there. Some cool, definitely some cool amps from other companies. But overall, like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of time to go walk the floor and check stuff out.
It's hard. It's like I didn't even get a lot of time to walk. I got more than you did, I'm sure, but like even I didn't get a chance to see everything.
Yeah, and I got a couple of things at the show. I'll go grab one of them in a second because I realized I should have brought it out, but. That the only other thing I got from the show was COVID. So, my biggest take home was getting sick on the way home. But so Deco Wave's good to see you here, man. Like, Adrian, I didn't get a chance to try that new Driftwood pedal. I did see it. It surprisingly, they didn't have it like showcased as like a big thing.
I didn't even notice the pedal really. I just saw like the amps were on display.
Yeah, I mean they honestly, man, they had a rough go, I think, getting there because like we were setting up Wednesday and Thursday, and like Friday morning when the show opened at 10, like 9 o'clock, they were like
setting up,
opening. They were boxes, so their stuff must have just made it through customs or whatever the delay was. It just barely made it in time for the show. So Yeah, how many of you guys were there? Like Deco, I know you were there. Who else was there? Anybody? And yeah, smash that like button for us.
Smash it, caress it, do whatever you
Yeah.
got. Do whatever it takes. Westminster also had the Chick-fil-A. That's awesome.
Oh,
what
nice.
a pedal name, man.
So back to before I go grab the thing that I picked up at the show. So that's kind of like my source tone on the green channel. Here's what it sounds like once you turn the tilt boost on. And then once you kick in the drive side. It's killer.
Killer, dude.
Yeah, love it. So, anybody else get tilts out there? No?
Who's gonna give him a
Cool.
second, dude?
I know. I know that we lag, but you know what? I don't care. Come on. Come on, answer me, boy. Answer me.
Lights in the windows. I was there.
I was the guy who watches the show while you drive. Nice, man. I remember you for sure. So one of the things I picked up just before the show, Schecter was like kind enough to lend us a guitar for the show and nicely told me that they wanted to trade us for a Dynamis for, a couple of guitars. So I got the import Nick Johnson to mess with, and we're going to be getting one of the Tellys as well from them. And I was actually really impressed with this guitar. I had played one of the imports, like, I think we had one there like 2 or 3 NAMMs ago, and I was just kind of a little bit underwhelmed by it. And I just don't think it was set up very nicely before the show. So, like, I got it, and I felt the neck and was like, like, the USA neck is like a million times better than this. And this one, once I got it, I was like, man, they stepped up their game. Either that or they just set it up like really well beforehand. And I, of course, just took it out of the box after making the trip from California to here. So, yeah. So, for the guys who were at NAMM, what was the favorite thing that you guys saw? Because, like we said, we didn't get to wander around that much, so it's not like I got to, really see that much that I was like, oh, man, I can't wait to get that or to check that out.
Andy bought 2 tilts already.
Nice.
One for himself and one as a gift. What a guy.
Oh, man. I want to be your friend.
Yeah,
You're
no
giving
kidding,
tilts
yeah.
as gifts. That's awesome. Who's it for?
Oh, please say me.
Yeah. Because you don't have one yet?
I don't. I'm waiting until payday.
Nice. I mean, truth be told, I do have one. I haven't actually plugged it in yet, and I'm using the board that we used in the soundproof room at NAMM as my board for today.
Yeah.
Because my board got completely ripped apart, so parts of it could end up on this board and on other boards to go to. That's brighter than it needs to be, but
Wait, so Deco Waves are talking about a silent baby grand piano?
what?
The silent baby grand piano by Yamaha is pretty epic.
A Digitech. Oh, you have a Digitech. Right? I mean, dude, I want the DoD one. That's what I had when I was a kid.
Oh, dude, those classics.
Yeah. I got some cool gear after the show because I had COVID, so I was just sitting at home and like doing nothing. Did you guys? Did anybody else see that crazy auction that was happening in BC?
No, you told me about
on
it, though.
Friday and Saturday, it was like 250 plus guitars. Like just an insane amount of like PRS Wood Library and like Artist Series stuff. And then they had like 150 amps. a whole bunch of pedals. Man, I spent money.
Oh, I can only imagine, man.
I had nothing else to do. I was just sitting at home. Well, not even at home. I was sitting in my office luckily I have like an office that has a pull-out couch so that I could quarantine away from my family and not make everybody sick. But I just sat there and like Friday and Saturday, I'm like, well, what's that? There's a Slash AFD 100. That amp rules. I'm going to get that. And same with like, we got a Bogner not Uberschall. Got a.
You got an Uberschall? Oh,
no, I got an Ecstasy, not Uberschall.
Oh. Dude.
Yeah. And then picked up some pedals that Sean was telling me to pick up, some Screddies.
Nice.
SLO 100, like an original, like 90s.
I want to play that Ecstasy when you get it, dude. That sounds awesome.
They're great. Yeah. Man, I heard about the Blue Guitar Amp X being cool. I didn't get a chance to try it.
No, the guys were super nice, so I want to buy them first
Yeah, Rich
day.
is a great dude, like Rich Morgan that's over there. He used to be with Hughes and Kettner, and I've done like a lot of the like YouTuber event things over in Germany he's been at. And, like, really nice guy. Thomas Blug is also very, very nice. I've, been at a few things again over in Europe with when I was with Two Notes.
Yeah.
That Thomas was at, and killer stuff. Like I remember playing the original Blue Guitar. I think it's an Amp 1 or whatever, and it sounds great. Yeah. Was that Chad Kruger clear cut? You know what? I still don't know who it was in BC that was selling all this stuff. There was not really any vintage stuff in it, but was there like crazy nice gear in this auction? Like just like he had a bunch of the like Pete Cornish effects stuff, like people trying to sound like David Gilmour, and but like not a lot of like there was one Analog Man King of Tone in it. Not a lot of like no clones. Well, there's KTR.
Okay, yeah.
But no original clones. And I was like, man, this is a lot of stuff for a collector or a player, whoever it is. I'm like, this is a lot of like 80s and newer stuff. There's not a lot of like all the amps were all like 80s and up, right, Dorian? Like there was nothing 60s and 70s in there, which leads me to believe this guy sold off everything but his vintage collection.
Holding on to a couple things though.
Either this guy the guy just doesn't like vintage stuff at all and just had a crazy amount, like just a ridiculous amount of stuff. Oh man, nice. Wild guitars, Wild Guitar or Wild Custom Guitars from France. They make cool guitars, man. I don't know about the pickup system.
Oh, the spinning pickup system. I've seen that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. French have some crazy ideas, man. There's one of the other guys that's kind of involved. Like there's a group of brands that kind of all work together at a lot of shows, like kind of like the French Connection, where they're all France based. So like Two Notes was part of it when I was with Two Notes North America, and Wild Custom Guitars are one of them. They're really nice guitars. But there's this other company called Keystone.
Okay.
That they had this pickup system that was interesting. It was a pickup that it had a sensor in it, and then you would put like this little thing that looked kind of like a poker chip on your guitar.
Okay.
And that poker chip would revoice the pickup.
That's wild.
So like you could have like a poker chip that gave you like, like a JB or a 59 or, some sort like a Hot Rails or single coils or something like that. And I remember like sitting down to try it, and it was cool, except if I remember correctly, it went right here actually on your, like they had it on a Strat, and it was like.
Did you keep like knocking it off or what?
Well, like I told them, I'm like, are you guys not concerned about the fact that like I'm absolutely gonna knock that thing off?
Yeah.
And the first time I went like this,
flying across the room, under a table, you'll never find it again.
Yeah. So then later on, they came out with the same technology but in a pedal. So that you could have a pedal that would essentially
revoice your pickup.
Yeah, but it was weird because like then it didn't like
it's not reacting the same way. It's like
because you'd still have whatever your pickups are and however they're coloring
feeding into a
pedal that then turn around and so it was just
so the same but different. Yeah.
Not quite exactly the same.
Still pretty cool though. Yeah, that was Keystone. You said
Keystone.
Okay.
Keyztone, I believe. So
interesting.
yeah, that's what I said to Robbie. I said the same thing. Like, I think that the only place this would be really useful is in a studio because you wouldn't play as hard. But even for me, even if I was playing in a studio, I mean, my pick attack is what my pick attack is, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I won't swing quite as hard compared to when I play live, but I'm still gonna.
I'm still
gonna dig in,
Yeah.
right? And if I go too far, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna knock that off.
100%.
Hey, what do you guys think of the amps? That's my amp, so not that one. What do you think of this? We did like the Western white with like gold chassis and all blinged out with gold.
I love
for
it,
Namm.
dude.
I know.
The gold's maybe a little much for my taste, but I like that white Western. Is a super,
It's a little
sweet
gaudy
cool
for
look.
you.
It's a little bit.
Yeah. Come on now.
Well, if I
Are you
take it
saying
home-
you're not a
If I
seven-
take it home, no, everyone's gonna know it's not real gold.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, are you saying you're not a 74-year-old lady? There's too much gold? I love gold. No. So, yeah. So, yeah, about the Namm show. What
Anybody
else
have
can
any
we tell you?
questions about Namm? Like,
Yeah.
everyone want to ask us anything about what happened or what we saw or what went down?
Trying to think. Like, it was cool to see. Like, my favorite part of Namm is seeing all of the people that we, you know, this time around that I hadn't seen in a couple of years. So,
Yeah.
you know, like Ken Susi from like Fishman and Unearth
Yeah.
came by to hang out. Obviously, seeing all the guys from Two Notes that, you know, I've worked with on and off for the past, you know, 6 or 7 years was, you know, the only time I've seen them is through a Zoom call, really,
Yeah.
for the last 2 years. That was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool for me to just like meet a lot of people that I've seen like from the like Rev community and stuff online.
Yeah.
People that watch the show whose names I've seen before and like, but I've never actually met them in person.
How many hats did we hand out?
Oh,
Man,
buddy, 2,000?
So, yeah, about 2,000. So we took 700 that were like pre-stamped, and like I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I have a printing company as well. That's how like Dan and I actually met back in the day. So I just brought like the heat stamp machine and like a bunch of heat stamps, and we brought a bunch of blank hats because we had some that we didn't have time to do before we left. I'm like, well, you know, we'll give away these 700, and you know, if we need more, we can stamp some more.
What
right?
we didn't plan on was running out of 700 hats in like a fucking half hour. Yeah.
Yeah, like the first day within, like the first half hour to an hour.
I swear, I walked away and came back, and I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
Everything was just wiped out.
We had Anastasia, who lives out in California, helping us, and she was awesome to help during the show. And I remember her coming up to me like right away being like, do we have more hats? I'm like, yeah, like these cabinets are awesome. Come check this out. Like, you take it off. And she's like, no, we already took all of the ones out of there. And I'm like, what?
Out of
like,
all of them?
I'm like they're all gone? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, all right. So I lucked out that, like, again, we had a few hundred more still at the house, but I called one of the supplier that we got those, or like that we get those hats from. They have a warehouse like 30 miles from the convention center.
Yeah.
So I called them, and it was like Friday at noon. I'm like, is there any chance we could buy like 800 more hats and send somebody to get them right now? And they're like, yeah, but they have to be here like
Now.
you have 3 hours to get here. And like 30 minutes in 30 miles in California is 3 hours.
Let me tell you, yeah.
Excuse me. So my brother Scotty hopped in the truck and went to get them, and yeah, we ended up staying up. I stayed up the first night with Jeremy Krull stamping hats till like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then my brother stamped hats the whole next day. So yeah, I think it was close to 2,000. We gave away all of the swag, yes,
Everything.
but we will have more. So if you guys want more, I mean, my original plan before I knew that Namm was moved to June, when we thought it might be in January, back in 2020, like when we just knew it was being postponed, I was like, okay, let's or 2021, I guess. I was like, let's do hats and let's give away 2,000, because we had given away shirts at the previous Namm in 2020, and it went great. And like for us, it's, you know, our biggest issue still remains that not that many people actually know our brand. Like, you know, all of you watching obviously do. But there's maybe not. Like,
unless you just like stumbled upon this page by accident, and you're just like stuck to it now.
Like, he's like that Platinum PRS looks cool. I'm gonna watch this for a bit.
Who's the handsome devil in the floral shirt?
Yes, exactly. So we'd given away shirts, but it was kind of weird because like, you know, towards the end of it, you're like giving away extra large shirts to people that need smalls, and you're giving away small shirts to people that clearly are like, well, maybe, you know, maybe my son will be able to wear this.
Maybe you can use it to patch your jean jacket.
What's going on, Keith? Good to see you, man. Yeah. So I was like, well, you know, hats are one size fits all. Let's maybe do that. And somebody did ask like if we gave away the amp. Yeah, we did.
Andy was asking someone cool got the amp. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was
Nicholas.
Was Nicholas, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
He was great. He was hanging around the booth like all week. He was a big fan. It was like super.
He lucked out like huge, and got like.
You got a hat, obviously.
So the way it worked, so we were wandering around handing out, like, I'll show you guys. We had like these tour laminate style passes made up for this contest, which, you know, I'll let the cat out of the bag now. The next NAMM show we'll be doing something very similar. So, so we were giving away badges that looked kind of like this. I don't know. Can you guys see that? It's like glaring.
It just looks, it looks like you're holding up a flashlight.
Yeah. So they're like these hologram, like tour laminates that we thought was a cool idea. So what we would do is we would have only like around 100 of these made.
Yes, yeah.
And then if you were wearing a hat and, you know, one of us or some of our buddies from YouTube saw you wearing a hat, they'd give you one of these laminates. And then those 100, it ended up being 105 is how many of those laminates we ended up getting.
But they corresponded to a specific prize.
There's a specific prize that was random selected that, you know, there was, I don't know, 15 or so pedals that we were giving away. And then, you know,
some T-shirts,
about 90
swag,
T-shirts. And then if you had one of those passes, you were entered to win the
so the pass won you a small prize, either a pedal or some swag. And then everybody that won those were entered to win the 120 at the end of the week. Yeah.
So your chances of winning the 120 if you got one of those laminates was 1 in 105.
Yeah.
So it's pretty slick. But like Nicholas, who won, ended up being one of the 15 guys that won a pedal as well. So dude got like a G4 and a 120.
Yeah.
Keith
just like noticing the 740 in the back.
So that's actually a Dynamis. So that's actually my personal Dynamis. That's the first Dynamis head that we built. That's back there, and then this is a Western White Generator 120. Yeah, I got to chat with Dan today about the new, like the replacement for the 740 a bit. And he's been working on that, so it's going to be a minute before it's done.
I was going to say, are we liable to talk about that here?
Yeah, it'll come.
It'll come. But just be patient, y'all. You'll hear about it when you're ready.
Yep. So yeah, I mean that contest was fun. You know. I like doing stuff like that at NAMM. It's, you know, it's a way for us to kind of give back a little bit and for the people that support us. And it's a good way for us to get, you know, a whole lot of our logos walking around the show for people who have never heard of us.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
They stop by the booth and check things out.
I thought it was the Rev show. It was not the NAMM show the way people looked out there. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. So I would have thought that like 2,000 hats would have meant like that it would have just been a sea of hats. But dude, when I went to go give out badges, I literally walked around or the laminates. I walked around for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm like, man, where is somebody?
I felt the same way. I was like, if I wasn't looking for Rev hats, I was seeing them everywhere.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was like trying to find people, I couldn't.
Yeah.
And then everyone's wearing a different black hat too. So I'd like walk up to someone with like a badge ready to give it to them, and then it'd be like a, you know,
dude,
like
I had one
golf
dude,
cap or something.
I had one dude that I walked up to him, and I was like going like this with the laminate. Like, as I walked up to him,
here you go, buddy.
and I see him, and he's got his hat on backwards, and I went like this, and then he like his face just drops, and I like turn and look, and it's the wrong hat, and he has the other the actual
Rev
hat
in his bag,
and I was just like, so close, buddy, so close, and he's
like,
no,
dude.
And I'm like, man,
sorry if that guy's watching right now.
I'm like, dude, you gotta wear it. So yeah.
Yeah, didn't Anastasia had a story like that too, where she was like giving a badge to someone, and then his buddy was like, "Oh, I have a hat too. It's down here in my bag," and she's like, "Sorry,
gotta wear it.
Not the way it works."
Yeah. So yeah. So that was fun. it kind of makes made the show a little more fun. What did you guys think of our Namm 2022 cabinet wall thing that we did?
Oh, the cab wall.
The false cab wall. Yeah. Any cool videos on anything you saw at a Namm? I mean, the big thing that I saw that I was probably the most interested in is that the new 2 Notes Revolt preamp.
It's awesome sounding.
Yeah, I mean, when I worked there, like they had the La Clean, the La Crunch, and the La Bass, and the La Lead, and now they just have like the Revolt guitar and the Revolt bass. And I had kind of told them, I'm like, man, I really like the La Clean, the La Crunch, and the La Lead, not as much. Like they're decent for what they were. I'm like, but man, if you could just make one really great preamp, and it looks like they have.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play it myself, but I've been watching a lot of videos on it, and it seems pretty stellar, dude.
Yeah.
Teaching me Rage Against the Machine like 5 minutes before we started here. Sit up. Ah, no.
So close. I'm out. That's it. I'm out.
Robbie says the cabs are lit.
Thanks, man. I was most stoked on the new 27 fret Jake Bowen signature and the HT series Ernie.
27 frets? Get out of town, man.
I don't know how to use 21 or 22. So
I use like the first 6, and then I'm pretty much
like
done with counting.
Yeah. I was joking with Dorian that like Tom Morello has made more money from the second position than anybody on the freaking planet.
Yeah.
So everything he plays in there sounds like so good like that. Yeah, so good.
27 frets. How many strings does it have? Is it still just a 6 string?
Did I get to see the Spark Mini from Positive Grid? No. I don't know that. I don't know where Positive Grid was.
I didn't see them. I don't think. Yeah.
The show was set up really weird. That like if they're more of a like plug-in and like audio like studio style company, they would have been like way on the other end of the hall from us. And the only time I got over even close to that area is when we went over to Ultimate Ears to see about getting new in-ear monitors. Yeah.
Our new friends over at Ultimate Ears. They were cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Yes. The new like Ultimate Ear like did you get the 18?
The
18s and
Pro
like
Plus or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and the lives I think were the
new big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds so amazing.
Did you get the lives?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I just got them to scan me, and then I'm gonna figure out like once I see how much money they cost and what I can afford. I got a couple other cool things, like not from Namm, but like I picked up from our buddy Anthony Best there. I bought his Karsten Grace amp, like the Billy Corgan amp.
Yeah.
So
have you had a chance to play it yet?
No.
Of course not.
Dude, I was like, I'll
take it home and try it out for you if you want. Yeah.
I showed up at work yesterday after being away with, like, having to take last week off because of COVID. So,
Sean, I just realized I've been playing Steely Dan Josie wrong for a long time.
Did I play something that sounded anything like Steely Dan?
I was going to say, did we?
Like,
I don't think so.
There's no way I know how to play any Steely Dan at all. This neck feels really good. Like the other one that I played did not feel anything like this. I'm truth be told, I actually like do not like the like seafoam green or like atomic green colors at all.
Nope.
No, that's why mine's white, because like that was the main color that they had, and I'm like, no, I want something different. It sounds so good. Yeah.
Nothing but rage.
That's right.
All rage, all the time. Welcome to Rage Radio.
Man, Bo and I were talking about this. What do you guys think about this for a like a, I don't know if you want to call it a segment or like some
We'll call it a segment.
like themes.
Let's call
for
a spade.
Yeah, a segment or like themes for gear and beer. Bo came up with this name on the way to name, and I'll let you say the name because I think it's great. But I was like, hey man, I'm like, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think if like we do a thing where like we come in and like I bring like, you know, like that, whatever that riff is that like has stuck with me, you know, like Back in Black is one of those riffs, like like since I was a kid, or like any of those Rage licks, like. And I was like, man, I'm like, you know, like those licks that like that stick in your head.
Licks that sticks, baby.
And Bo was like, you mean like Bo's Sticky Licks?
Sticky Licks with Smoking Bo.
Yeah.
We're fleshing out the name right now.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think about that? Like, I think we should like do a couple of gear and beers where like we each bring in our own like, you know, favorite riff and just like what
memorable
we did
lyrics, things we grew up with. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And like, you know, everybody that's hanging out can kind of figure out how to play the same stuff with us, and
yeah, exactly,
I'll teach you how to play Rage licks wrong.
Yeah.
Like, and then just be like, yeah. Like,
you can teach me right, and I'll still just play them wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Call
I'll teach
man.
them the way that I remember them, which is
So
not
wrong.
necessarily right, but you know. How was the Ibanez booth? You know, it was cool.
I only skimmed by it. I didn't actually get a chance to like really run in there and like check everything out.
I briefly like ran up and looked at the Hydra, like the Steve Vai,
yeah,
like
it looks
craziness.
crazy.
I was really surprised because I mean I thought that thing is stupid. I'm not gonna lie. It just looks dumb. But then when I got up close and looked at it, I'm like, wow, the attention to detail on this is like unbelievably impressive.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I mean, I still think it looks stupid, but you know, yeah. You could do a Friday video called Fallback Fridays, Licks That Stick with Bo. I think what we should do is I think we should do like the sticky licks thing, but I think that you guys should throw out or like email us.
Oh, what are your
licks,
sticky licks?
Like what licks that you think we should try to learn or like that you think are like badass. I mean, we were making a list of them like while we were driving because we were in the truck for 42 straight hours on the way there. It was not ideal. Yeah, Sean, you can teach me how to play.
Sean, you can
Josie.
teach me how to play anything wrong. I'll take a guitar lesson from you any day.
Yeah.
Teach me right, teach me wrong. I don't care.
Actually, what I want Sean to teach me is like I think I play it wrong, but the like.
Oh. Funk 49?
Where is it?
Well, then it does it modulates, it goes up. Whoa.
Where's
It's
it?
like an E7, yeah.
But does it have the? Is it that or is it? Sean, am I doing it right or is he doing it right? Is it like the Hendrix chord or I don't know what you call that one? Like is it major 7 or minor? What's the difference when I add my pinky? I don't know theory. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm not sure what you would call that. Be like a raised ninth, but that's just a minor third.
So
yeah.
you do it like
Yeah.
I like Sean's like dominant chart.
Dominant chart.
section. I have no idea what that means, Sean. Is it this one? Or is it this one?
When you do that, yeah, when you raise the ninth there, that's
the ninth.
yeah, because this is the 9 on the bottom. You're doing like a 9 chord, and that'd be a raised 9 or a sharp 9.
Yeah.
Sean, help us.
It's 7 #9.
#9.
Yeah. But yeah, learning how to play things like that. It's an altered 7. It's the Hendrix chord. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know what the actual is that what the Hendrix chord is like
It is a Hendrix chord, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. Is that Foxy Lady or Purple Haze?
One of them.
Yeah.
Isn't that
both?
the same song?
So terrible. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was thinking we should do something like that. I think it'd be fun I mean, I don't have very many. I'm going to teach you how to play what was it?
Smoking Bows, Sticky Licks. Smoking Bows, Sticky Licks.
Yeah.
That sounds like a barbecue sauce.
Nice. Dude, these in-ear things are killing me. They suck.
Something just popped in my ears when you
I don't know.
hit the pedal too, actually.
Did it? Really?
Yeah.
Like in a good way or
No,
in a
like
bad
your
way?
sound changed a little bit. I think I got less of your guitar now.
I don't know. Does it sound the same to everyone else? Nice.
E frickin' Dom 7 sharp
Fart
9.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Sean's on a tear today.
Dude, I never learned theory properly, and I refuse to because, well, I'm never going to use it anyway. So what's the point? Except for right now when everybody's
When
trying to
everyone's like
explain
asking you, yeah.
Come on. I remember I was in Nashville, and my buddy Jeff invited me down to a session that he was playing on, and was trying to teach me how to read the Nashville number system.
Yeah.
And I was like,
No.
I don't need this. This is cool.
Smoking Bow, Sticky Licks with a free 16-ounce domestic beer.
Nice.
We should definitely have a barbecue party, Rev barbecue party.
A little bit of OV. How many of our viewers are in Canada?
Someone give me a number.
Yeah. Anyway.
LTD ESP had a nice display. I don't think I saw their booth either, honestly, when I was there.
I don't remember where they were either.
No.
I saw a bunch of the cool cool guitars in the boutique guitar showcase. They're like
Okay.
$10,000 to $15,000 or $20,000, like the
It's a little-
Toyfuls and like
little rich for
all
my
that
blood.
stuff.
You know what guitars I really like? The Iconic, man. We've got that one, like the Iconic, the Jazz Master here.
Yeah. Yeah, they
But
had some cool
They
guitars.
had
that
some
let us do.
wicked cool guitars.
Yes, the coolest thing I saw at NAMM. Yes.
I know what you're
Sorry.
gonna say. It's okay.
Yes. I'm an idiot for not talking about it. The James Tyler, the Alien Guano Strat that
Yeah.
Rich Rankin lent us was without a doubt the coolest thing.
There's some
at
videos of it
NAMM.
on my Instagram if anybody was following that while I was gone.
It is the nicest guitar neck I have ever felt.
I've
in my
never played a
Wow.
guitar that
Okay,
good.
Sean, yours is identical or feels identical to me to the one that was there, and it is ridiculous. I am now jonesing for a James Tyler, but not jonesing over the cost of the James Tyler because they are pricey guitars, but worth every penny. That Tyler headstock, though, yeah. I mean,
Man, but
when you build the best guitar in the world, you can have it be as ugly as you want.
also I'm going to say this right away because I thought the same thing about Tyler
And
kind
it
of leading
grew on
into
you
it.
over the weekend, didn't it?
Well, when you're actually playing that guitar and it feels and sounds as good as that, you kind of stop focusing on the weird headstock pretty quick.
Sean's sitting with his right now. I hate you right now, Sean. This
Oh.
is very nice. I do appreciate this a lot. And I didn't think I would, to be honest, because the last time I played one of the imports, I was not impressed. I'm actually really excited to try the Telecaster version now.
Nice, man.
But yeah, the neck on Sean's Tyler and on the
We should get a
Tylers that
couple
we played.
Tylers kicking around the shop here.
Yeah. You want to get them for us?
I mean, I'll order them if you can.
You're like, I'll pick the colors and stuff. Like, yeah.
Put it on the company card,
you're-
boss. Yeah.
You like message Rich like right after. He's like, Derek said I could pick up a couple of Tylers.
You're not
man.
going to
It's
believe this,
awesome."
but Derek said it was
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have his credit card information, right? Just charge him.
There's one on Reverb right now for like 9,000 for a Tyler. Man, that auction had like 7 or 8 Tylers in it, and
Wow,
like I
dude.
passed on them because they didn't have. They went cheap too. Like they went for like 3,000 Canadian and under. Which I mean, these
Is that
guitars
cheap?
are. Yeah, like most of the Tylers online are going to be like $6,000 to $7,000 US.
Oh, I'm just saying $3,000 is
there's a lot of money.
That's a chunk of change for me. Yeah.
Yes. But I was like, man, maybe I should buy like 2 of these and sell them.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wussed out. I wussed out on so much stuff. I was telling Dorian, there's this killer. Show the headstock. I don't have a headstock, and Stobes isn't here. I don't know if Dorian can figure that out. So
let's take it easy on Dorian.
You guys can.
He's doing us a favor right now.
Yeah, you guys can Google the Tyler headstock.
We'll give you all 10 seconds to Google a Tyler headstock right now.
There was a 2010 Appetite for Destruction replica / Les Paul, signed by Slash, 1 of 100 guitars.
Wow.
That back in 2010, I saw one at Guitar Center in Hollywood, and it was selling for $15,000 US back then. It's sold in this auction for $18,000 Canadian, and I was like, I do not have $18,000 to put into a guitar. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I wanted it so badly.
I bet you did.
And then I went on Reverb and I looked, and the only one listed on Reverb is listed for $48,000 US. And I was like, why didn't I buy this and sell it for like 25 grand instantly? Yeah. Who bought that, they cleaned up. Dorian was just like drooling over like so many Marshalls and so much good shit in that auction. It was crazy.
I didn't even want to take a look.
It was honestly overwhelming, the amount of awesome stuff. They had a bunch of Cornfords.
You were telling me about the Cornfords.
Like
I
Two
love
Rocks
the
and
Cornfords,
like,
man.
yeah, just stuff that I don't have in my collection. And I was like, I can't spend like, yeah, I can't spend this kind of money on anything.
We can dream though.
Yeah, maybe there'll be another auction when we have more money. Like,
hey, Poo Ninja's here.
Yeah, what's up?
No time.
Yeah. What else you guys want to know about Namm? I mean, there wasn't that much to talk about it, so it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I had a ton of fun. I'm not just kissing Bo's ass. I had a ton of fun driving down and driving back with Scott and Bo.
It was a blast, man.
As much as it was a pain in the ass to be in the truck for so long. I mean, we detoured and went through the Grand Canyon and messed up the trailer a little bit.
Got stuck in the desert waiting for a service station to open up again.
Yeah, but overall it was pretty cool.
The desert was awesome, actually. I remember we were stuck there for an hour and a half before we got fixed up. I was like outside on the phone call, just like sweating my butt off. 'Cause it was like just 50 degrees.
Burgers report. In-N-Out. Bo.
Oh, In-N-Out.
Yeah.
No one makes a burger like In-N-Out, dude.
There we go.
And animal fries, get the hell out of here with your animal fries. That's so good.
Yeah, but if they weren't animal fries, if you just had a regular fry with none of the stuff on it,
Also
cardboard.
Cardboard?
Horrible.
Really? Because they're like fresh, like potatoes too. Like they're real fries.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Really?
The only way to get them is animal style.
Well, I don't know. You mess them up with some like.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what was on it. It was like cheese, chili. There was like a weird like sauce on it that I couldn't.
Like Thousand Island.
Is that what it was? Yeah, I thought maybe it
know.
was. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it looked like Thousand Island. I don't know what it actually is.
You throw like 5 or 6 sauces and toppings on your French fries. It makes it a new ball game for sure.
We went out to Texas de Brazil, which was fun, except I felt like crap right after we were done eating. So
Instantly.
Whataburger or Get Out, man, I've had both, and like, Whataburger than In-N-Out. In-N-Out is way more consistent. I've had Whataburger where it was amazing, but more often than not, I've had Whataburger where it was not amazing. And like, I would take In-N-Out over it any day.
Well, next time we got to hit up both, and we'll. I'll be the judge.
I think Whataburger's mostly in Texas.
Okay.
If we go to the Dallas Guitar Show, though, we're going to Hard 8 in Dallas. That place is the best. Anybody who's in Dallas, go to Hard 8 tomorrow and send me a picture so I can cry. I'll just sit here and be like, Winnipeg has nothing like this.
Yeah. But In-N-Out, awesome burgers. Man, we ate so much Jimmy John's in this trip, too.
Yes. I love
Jimmy John's. I ate my weight in Jimmy John's. It was so good.
Dude, like, Jimmy John's is by far my go-to, as you know, my go-to road trip food
now,
because, like literally every. I mean, I did ask, like, you guys want to get something else, and my brother's like, I mean, I could go for Jimmy John's. Yeah. I at least got different sandwiches. He ate the same sandwich.
I only changed it up one time. I did get like 7 of the beach clubs.
Yes,
man, your brother's got on something though, man. The beach club is a good sandwich. I don't care what you have to say. Beach club is a sandwich.
I've been to Pecan Lodge, Adrian. Hard 8 is better. Pecan Lodge is great, though, or Pecan. I don't know how you say it, but Adrian, are you in Dallas? Yeah, the Jimmy John's.
unwich?
So the unwich just means there's no bun, but the bun is like a huge part of why the Jimmy John's is great.
Yeah.
I have had it though to try to be, like.
So what? Just a bunch of loose meat, just a bunch of loose cold cuts and cheese.
No, they wrap it in like a lettuce. It's like a lettuce wrap, and you're like,
guess so.
I hate it.
I hate it already. Vegetables.
My favorite American place is Denny's. We have Denny's here. Yeah. Oh, Robbie, we thought higher of you. Oh yeah, Adrian. Yeah, I love Heart 8 is one of my favorite restaurants on the planet.
Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah, it's killer. Pecan Lodge is similar. I just found Heart 8 to be a little better, but yeah.
I just want to
and
go back
actually, Adrian, where I had Whataburger that was really amazing was in Dallas near the right by the Dallas Guitar Show. Everywhere else I've had it though in Texas was just I mean it was like
that was a stellar fart noise,
dude.
That resonated super well in my in-ears. That was great.
It was like barely above a Whopper, which I asked Bo about Whoppers and he was like, I'm down, and I was like, I'm like, Burger King sucks, man. Like, Bo, you need to be more cultured when it comes to.
I gotta be more cultured.
Fast
Leave
food.
the Burger King alone.
Yeah, exactly. Bo's like, I'll just take whatever I get. What's that? Oh, Shake Shack. Yeah, we're In-N-Out. Man, Shake Shack's pretty awesome. I think In-N-Out might be better. Yeah, I don't know.
I love that the whole
when we
podcast
were
just shifted to a fast food debate now.
When we were in Nashville, that Shake Shack was pretty awesome. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Well, if we go to, I tell you what, Adrian, if we go to the Dallas show next year, because they were asking us at Namm if we're going to come, and we probably will end up going, depending on, I got to check the dates, but I don't know if you'll go.
Oh, come on.
So,
What do you mean by we?
Sean,
I'm literally right here, dude.
So Sean, I mean, Sean, Travis, and I, they're 8 hours away or 10 hours away.
I could be 8 hours away.
You're like, I'll hitchhike to
I'll
Nashville.
leave early. I'll be 8 hours away.
Bo's gonna drive the truck down so that I can fly.
Hey,
to
I would do it, man. I would do it in a heartbeat.
You know what I would not do? Drive the truck to California again.
Oh.
I've done that a solid 6 times now.
Yeah.
Maybe 7. And you know what? Every time I think it's not going to be as bad as it is.
Well, it just sucks when you have to drive 20 miles under the speed limit the whole way.
Yeah, it was not fun driving with a trailer this time. It was so annoying because if we were doing 75 miles an hour, we literally got 50% worse fuel mileage.
Yeah.
And in the end, over the whole trip, we figured out if number one, it would cost us an extra $500 each way in fuel. And number 2, it would save us 45 minutes on a 30-some hour drive because we'd have to stop so much for fuel. And we're like, ugh. So, yeah.
Yeah, we got there. People were asking how long we were on the road for. And I was a few days. And they're like, why?
Yeah. They're like, they make these things called planes. You get them and they fly here.
Well, then the way back, too. The way back, we made some stops. But it was 4 days of driving on the way back?
It was the worst.
Yeah. And people were like, how did it take you 4? It's a 30-hour drive. How did it take you 4 days? And I'm like, because we were going so slow the whole way.
I was so I got COVID and I didn't know I had COVID, but I knew I was I had a bad head cold, and I'm like, I wonder if this is COVID. And 2 days into our drive home, I was like, there's a good chance this is COVID because neither Bo nor Scott are sick.
Yeah.
And I am in a truck with them for 10 hours a day.
Context, Scott and I are both kind of immune right now. We had it recently.
So, how was customs this time around?
Customs was a breeze.
Breeze going in and going out. Going in was
took longer, but it wasn't
took
hard.
longer, and it was funny because the customs officer, U.S. Border Patrol, was like, I don't want to hold you guys up. I'm really sorry, but if you could just show me what part of your load you're taking to the trade show and what part you're leaving at your broker here, that'd be great. So we go out and
I want to say real quick though too, you're doing a spot on impression of the guy that
he's
was
just
helping us out.
he's like, so man, you're so you guys build these amps up there, and we're like, yep.
Yeah, we do.
Yep. He's like, cool, man. He's
Another 35 hours to go.
He's like, do they say made in Canada on them? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, great. Just because, that you got to be able to you got to have it say that. Otherwise, you can't sell it down here. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, we've got, CE, UL, you know, CSA,
all
like all the certifications. I was like, oh, that's a big pain in the ass, isn't it? I'm like, yep. It's like, all right, man. Well, I'm not gonna hold you up. You know, sorry for inconveniencing you guys. I'm like, you're Customs Border Patrol. What are you talking about? Sorry for inconveniencing us.
Your job is to inconvenience us.
All I am hoping for right now is that I don't end up with a finger up my ass. Yeah. I just hope that I get across with no issues right now, and also that you don't tear the load in the trailer apart. That we have to go back through and like
that would have been a nightmare.
And yeah, and he was just like, all right, guys, have fun. He's like, but hey, I don't want to tell you how to run your business, but when you're on their way home, there's a lot of cool things between here and California. Take your time. Yeah. See some sights.
And we did.
So thank you, officer. I don't remember your name.
I don't think I caught it.
For your recommendation that we stopped at the Grand Canyon because of you.
We were going to stop at Rushmore too, but we woke up the last morning and we're all just like, you know what? Forget about it.
I've seen pictures.
I want to be home.
Been there. Yeah.
It's 4 dead presidents.
You know
I'm done. Yeah.
You know what? I've seen it. So, yeah. Customs in Canada was like unbelievably easy. I could not believe how
super
fast
man.
we went through Canada Customs.
Canada Customs,
yeah. It was a little weirder going down because we have a carnet and like that's special paperwork so that we can take like things like our amp switcher and like TVs and like the kind of booth equipment like the pedal boards and stuff like that that way we don't have to pay taxes on them, taking them in and bringing them back out. But yeah, it was a little weird, like, because we pulled into Canada Customs and the lady was like, why are you parking here? And I'm like, because I have to. I'm like, I can't go into the States until I do this. And she's like, oh, well, I'm here because I take care of the parking. I'm like, cool,
yeah. I
gotta go over there. See ya. So, oh man.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah. Manny's shoddy workmanship now.
Oh, Manny.
Do we have footage of the lucky Rev Hat winner? We live streamed it, so it should be on the YouTubes somewheres. I have no idea.
That was fun. I got to do my first live videos from the Rev page.
Yeah,
out in Namm too.
I did none of that. I stayed in that.
Oh, I know.
I stayed in that hot little room, and like every year that we do a show, I'm like, I'm gonna find a way to put air conditioning in here. It's awful. And then we get there, and I'm like, I'm not putting air conditioning in. It's a pain in the ass. And then like right after the show starts, I'm like, should have put the air conditioning in. This is really bad. We had it at Summer Namm one year. It was really cool.
I can't imagine it's easy with power though too.
You get that? You didn't. Eh?
No, I didn't.
I said it was really cool.
Oh wow, subtle.
Oh yeah,
slid right by me. I'm so embarrassed.
If you love jokes like that, and you
then
love
subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You'll get more of me being completely stupid. Yeah, no, that room was fun but hot, and that's where I got COVID. So, gonna have to fix the ventilation next year.
Dude looked stoked. The dude was stoked. The guy that won, again, he was like the sweetest guy, just hanging around our booth all week, and I was happy to see someone like familiar.
I bet you Kyle rigged it. I bet you that guy was just like.
Oh, I know Kyle rigged it.
I bet you that guy was just feeding him like 20s all day.
Is Kyle watching this right now?
Yeah.
I know you rigged this, Kyle.
Kyle's not watching this. Kyle is sick as a dog. So.
But not COVID, right?
No, well, yeah, he tested negative, and I was like, dude, you have COVID.
You did the test wrong, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That thing has to go up your nose, then, for like 10 seconds. And mine was like, I got home. Because I couldn't find any tests. Like we stopped at a bunch of gas stations and stuff, and like a couple of grocery stores, and I'm like, I couldn't find a test in the States anywhere. And I was like, well, so I get home, and the first thing I do is I go into my office and I have COVID test there, and I test, and it's like the darkest red line I've ever seen. Yeah. I'm like, well, looks like I
put off getting COVID for the longest time now. I got it like a few weeks back. But as soon as I did that test and I had it, it was like there was no question. It just turned instantly red, and I was like, well, I'm done.
I just felt like I was playing dodgeball with it for the last definitely since I went to Nashville in March. I was like, I went to Florida in February, and I'm like, there's no way I'm not getting this. Like, there's no way I'm getting away with it. And then, leading up to when Sean was coming up here and Travis were coming up for the Tilt launch, I was like, I just got to not get this until after the launch was over. And I remember being like, you know what? I have like a window of I could get it like right when they leave. Or, my kid's birthday party was that weekend. So I'm like, if I could get it like on Saturday or Sunday, then I'd be over my 5 days. But the next weekend, before I have to leave, and I could pack the truck. And then I was like, Scott and Bo have already had it. So if I get it, I can just hop in the truck and it won't matter. unless I'm actually sick, then it's going to be a big problem. And then I was like, I just hope I don't get this until the show. And then Travis and I, the first day of the show, like while we're setting up, I like looked at him and I'm like, there's no way we are not getting COVID at this show. Like, there's like
Travis get sick?
Oh yeah, Travis got it.
Losers.
Yes.
Luke.
Joseph, nice PRS.
Hey, thanks, dude. He told me to play PRS today.
Does he like PRS?
Yeah, he's gonna buy one. He says.
I thought he likes Ibanez or something.
Oh, I think he's a huge Ibanez guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Ibanez Samick. He's a big Samick fan.
Oh, I know he has a Samick that he loves. He was actually talking about it to me today.
The Michael edition. How's the tilt doing in the market? Really well. I think we're well past 1,000 units in the it was just over 2 weeks. We were
looking
past
at me. I don't know
units.
numbers, man. Yeah.
So I'm very happy. If you guys haven't checked them out or picked one up, I know Sean. We did 200 signed ones for Sean, and he has a couple of them left through his web store, but they're almost all gone. So
get one now before they're all gone.
Yeah, there's a couple left on Reverb, I think, and yeah, big Ibanez guy. Floyd's too. Yeah, that's what I thought. Luke, I think that you have to buy a James Tyler, man. I think you have to be the guy to take the plunge before the rest of us. Your dad knows Rich now. It's a thing. So, how many of you guys on here have tilts? Like, I know Andy's got one.
I was just gonna say, who's played one? Yeah. What are you guys thinking about it so far?
I won't be offended if you say it's not the best pedal you've ever played, but I'm lying. I will be.
I will be offended. Yeah.
I like that sound that I got. Can't get behind the headstock, eh? It's okay, buddy. Once you get some hands, you'll get it.
This rotary switch is going to take me a while to get used to.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. That's actually my least favorite thing about PRS is from that era. That guitar is super comfortable, though.
Oh, it's great, yeah.
How does the tilt compare to the G2? I can show you how it sounds. It's very, very different.
Very different.
Number one, the tilt has more buttons. Yeah, more buttons.
More lights, more buttons.
Okay. So, you know what I'll do is I'm going to go to a clean channel. So let's start here. I'm going to set the G2, everything at noon. I'll go to the blue aggression mode. That's where I play it anyway. So here's the G2. So it's really meant to be more of a crunch pedal, right? Like so roll that back a bit. Where the tilt, like this is the drive side, so here's clean and then so you can hear already it's like a lot less lower gain. It's quite a bit like I'd say it's a little more vintagey feeling.
It's I don't know. I hope I'm not like offending Sean if I say something wrong here, but like it just feels much more like natural ampy to me.
Yep.
Like obviously the green, the G2 is based on like a real amp channel, but it's just it just responds differently and does a different thing.
Then you have this boost. The tilt EQ is kind of the coolest feature on it, right? Like if I roll this more to the left, it's gonna pull the bottom end out a little bit, and like it's gonna kind of tilt, and it's gonna raise the top end and lower the bottom end, right? If I go the other way, it's gonna move highs and kind of add lows. don't even have that much gain on it right now, the way that I have it set. I mean, I really like playing it. I like stacking it, right? So, like, I would actually even probably, like, use a... I'd probably use it to stack into a G2, like... Or the way I was using it here was that I was running into the green channel, so like my source tone is just slightly broken up. And then how does that sound through there? I've only got one ear in because his ears bother me, but
That boost sounds so good, man.
yeah.
Showing it off at like the at the NAMM too. It's like that's the side that people were really kind of like freaking out about.
Well, it's just so useful, and this boost really does it really does love the generator. So like. What's going on, Brett? Long time, man. Hope you're doing well. That's out of tune. So what other questions you guys have for us? We're getting a little bit long here. I don't really know what else we should talk about tonight. Anything else you guys want to know about NAMM? Next year it's in April. So...
What's the higher gain like on the tilt? Well, I got some gain on the amp right now too.
Like you just mean like turning the gain way up?
Sounds like this. Whoa! I just lost everything.
No, you're there.
In my phone, so.
Oh yeah, maybe your belt pack died. Here you go, Adrian. So here, like, here's the purple channel.
That got the battery.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like how loud you are right now.
Well, I can't hear myself anymore. So.
You're like perfect.
Yeah, I hope I'm not yelling at you guys. Also, hope I'm playing in tune because I can't hear my guitar now. Shit is getting real.
So they're. Okay. Let's see. You want to hear higher gain stuff? Is there? Yeah, there's probably some batteries over there.
Yeah,
they're in the room.
I'm gonna go take a look. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah, and Adrian, you can add more bottom end back in by rolling that tilt all the way over to the right too on the tilt EQ. And I've actually got the bass set pretty low. So you wanted to hear the highest gain setting. It's not meant to be a high gain pedal, so like keep that in mind. So that gives you an idea. Like, definitely not how I would play it. Because, like, if I want that, I would probably play, like a G3 and then maybe, like, use the tilt to boost into the G3.
That's the way I would use it. Yeah. Oh, it's so nice to hear again.
Michael, Namm was awesome. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to get out and see people that we haven't seen in a long time, and yeah, just kind of hang out and yeah. Any other questions or anything else you guys want to hear? Sorry, I don't have any good ideas for what to play otherwise. There you go, Robbie. Sorry about that.
That was awesome,
Yeah.
dude. No apologies.
Yeah. What else you guys want to know? So we're gonna shut her down here in a minute. There it is.
Okay, I'll stop. One of us is enough, I think. Namm fog.
Namm fog. I don't know what that is.
I think like COVID fog, like brain fog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was wiped out.
Yes, about the hats. Yeah, that's my fault. I just got to get on doing that. We're actually going to probably have a bunch of new merch. Dorian, when are you going to design the new merch?
Hey Dorian, when are you doing it?
Yeah, hey.
hey you.
Bod. Bod, when are you going to get on that train for us there, Bod? Heard you didn't like what we had, so we had to get some new stuff. What are you thinking there?
Hey, Dorian's walking out the door right now. He's like, never, boys. I'm out.
Just tiny logos, though, right, Bod? Yeah.
Oh, give the guy a break, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like bugging Dorian about that. So every time Dorian designs something with a logo, I always want like not like massive logos, but way bigger than what Dorian wants. So every time I see something, I'm like,
Can we go bigger?
I'm like, can you make that logo a little bit bigger? And you're like, it won't look as good, but okay. So yeah. So yeah. So it sounds like it's about that time, though.
Time for all that noise?
I heard everybody wants to know how the pedals stacked into each other.